Welcome to Evolved Sun. I'm Matt Finch, your host, and in this episode, you're going to learn all about intelligent energy, aka love light or light love, or chi or ki or prana. For this topic, we're going to be using the raw material in the Law of One as a cosmology to go deep into intelligent energy, which is what you get when you tap intelligent infinity, which is the one infinite creator, the absolute and substantial reality. This cosmology teaches that intelligent infinity, which is basically infinite potential, infinite love, infinite power, infinite wisdom, infinity, unity, that is the potential. That's the substantial and supreme reality. Then the creator becomes aware of itself and taps the intelligent infinity with the kinetic of the unity, which is called intelligent energy. Intelligent energy is the universe and is within the universe. Everything you see, smell, touch, hear, and sense is intelligent energy, different iterations or distortions of it. According to this Law of One cosmology, the Law of One simply states that there is only one being. That is the one infinite creator, intelligent infinity. That's all there is. That's the only absolute there is. Everything else is the relative reality, the insubstantial, the illusion, which is all made up of intelligent energy. The first three distortions of the Law of One, which states that all is one, there's no separation whatsoever, everything is connected in that unity. And so when we consider the creation of the universe from that intelligent infinity, the reality of one, the reality of unity, oneness, come the first three distortions of the Law of One. Those are, in order, free will, love, and light. Everything that you see is light, or love light, or light love. Why? The manifestation of light is the result of the action of free will upon the focus of love. This can be a very confusing topic at first, but the more research you do into it, the more you listen to content like this, the more you read about it, the more it starts to make sense. The more when you go into meditation, you can really tap into the cosmology of the universe. Today I'm going to be using as a resource for you the Raw Contact Resource Series, a concept guide authored by Gary Bean with Diana Roy, who are both a part of LL Research, who is the group that is responsible for creating the raw material when they channeled Ra, a late 6th density social memory complex, over the span of a few years in the early 1980s, where Don Elkins was the questioner, Carla Rucker was the telepathic trance channel instrument, and Jim McCarty was the scribe. In this concept guide, it goes in alphabetical order and covers all of the main terms from the raw contact or the raw material. And in this episode, I'll be specifically reading from the section on intelligent energy. I think you're really going to like it. This stuff is pretty mind-blowing. And with that being said, let's get right into it. Intelligent energy. There is one energy. It may be understood as love light or light love or intelligent energy. This energy is the energy of the Logos, and thus it is the energy which heals, builds, removes, destroys, and transforms all other selves as well as the self. There is unity. This unity is all that there is. This unity has a potential and kinetic. The potential is intelligent infinity. Tapping this potential will yield work. This work has been called by us intelligent energy. Intelligent energy is not only an energy within the universe, but it is the universe. Every type of manifestation, every moment, every movement, every event, every entity, every energy is some form or distortion of intelligent energy. Also called prana, it consists of love and light. It is the upward spiraling line of light that comes into and forms the primeval cosmological darkness into a focus of self-awareness, and continues therefrom to organize and drive evolution upward including through the process we know as physical evolution. The Logos uses intelligent energy to build the stage of life itself, set the parameters and potentials of the play, and create the infinite characters who will enact the drama of the process of the creator knowing itself through the story of separation and return. It is not yet final, however. Intelligent energy is not an object, but an activity that operates always against the backdrop of unity, arising out of or emanating from the potential intelligent infinity. Against the backdrop of unity, intelligent energy is the kinetic to intelligent infinity's potential. It is, one might say, intelligent infinity, or the creator, translated into manifestation, or the creation, in a way which yields work. Accepting/blocking intelligent energy. The reach of free will is such that we can allow, block, or distort intelligent energy, and we can be in or out of harmony with intelligent energy. The more deeply we activate, balance, clear, and eventually crystallize our energy centers, the more we discover love and light in the moment, the greater the quantity and quality of intelligent energy we accept. We first experience the intelligent energy from the rudimentary but foundational perspective of red ray, then from the more advanced perspective of movement and self-identity that is characteristic of orange ray, and we continue advancing upward through the energy system in various combinations of activation and balance. Eventually, we activate and slowly crystallize the indigo ray, experiencing our first true, relatively undistorted, and integrated contact with intelligent energy, springboarding from the heart center, using the discipline of the personality and walking across the invisible bridge of faith. The positively polarized entity may, over time, move through this gateway to make contact with intelligent infinity, the creator, the mystery. Conversely, the more blocked and imbalanced we are, the more that we deny, reject, refuse, and ignore the fullness of intelligent energy. Our distortions diminish and unbalance the flow of intelligent energy from root to crown, leading to difficulties. Ra says, love, creating light, becoming love light, streams into the planetary sphere according to the electromagnetic web of points or nexi of entrance. These streamings are then available to the individual who, like the planet, is a web of electromagnetic energy fields with points or nexi of entrance. In a balanced individual, each energy center is balanced and functioning brightly and fully. The blockages of your planetary sphere cause some distortion of intelligent energy. The blockage of the mind-body-spirit complex further distort or unbalance this energy. There is one energy. It may be understood as love-light or light-love or intelligent energy. There is an expression of intelligent energy in third density called vital energy that is generated and enhanced by our love of life. Ra says, the vital energy may be seen to be that deep love of life or life experiences, such as the beauty of creation and the appreciation of other selves, and the distortions of your co-creator's making which are of beauty. Without this vital energy, the least distorted physical complex will fail and perish. With this love, or vital energy, or elan, the entity may continue through the physical complex is greatly distorted. See Energy Center blockage for a summary of the various ways that entities can block this energy and imbalance the self, and then disease for a summary of how those blockages may manifest in the body. At the gateway of Indigo Ray, the center of faith of the adept, and of work and spirit, we may block the experience of intelligent energy and its influx into our system by believing we are unworthy. This unworthiness is somewhat different from low self-esteem or lack of self-acceptance. It is an inability to perceive the self in its various apparent distortions as perfect and infinitely worthy as the creator, using intelligent energy. There are infinite focuses, logoi or loves, of intelligent infinity, which may tap intelligent infinity to yield intelligent energy or work. A focus may be as large as the great central sun, primal logos, which is the one logos of the universe or octave. Or it may be any number of fractal iterations, from galactic logos to solar logos to a human being, once the human activates and balances the indigo ray and thus sufficiently awakens their logoic identity. Each focus is itself a logos, but works within the parameters of the senior focus. In other words, the sub-logos works within the design of the logos, the sub-sub-logos within the design of the sub-logos, and so forth. Here, Ra describes the pathway of intelligent energy, moving from the galactic logos all the way down to the mind-body-spirit complex. Ra says, the progression is from the galaxy spiraling energy to the solar spiraling energy to the planetary spiraling energy to the experiential circumstances of spiraling energy, which begin the first density of awareness or consciousness of planetary entities. At the third density level, the human may become a channel for this intelligent energy, some of its possible uses and purposes. Ra says, any entity who, by accident or by careful design, penetrates intelligent energy's gateway may use the shaping powers of this energy. The indigo ray, though precious, is that ray worked upon only by the adept, as you would call it. It is the gateway to intelligent infinity, bringing intelligent energy through. This is the energy center worked upon in those teachings considered inner, hidden, and occult, for this ray is that which is infinite in its possibilities. As you are aware, those who heal, teach, and work for the Creator in any way which may be seen to be both radiant and balanced are those activities which are indigo ray. The violent emanation is a resource from which, through indigo, intelligent infinity may be contacted. The radiation thereof will not be violet ray, but rather green, blue, or indigo, depending upon the nature of the type of intelligence which infinity has brought through into discernible energy. The green ray type of radiation in this case is the healing, the blue ray the communication and inspiration, the indigo that energy of the adept which has its place in faith. In the green ray activated being, there is the potential for a direct and simple analog of what you may call joy, the spiritual or metaphysical nature which exists in intelligent energy. This is a great aid to comprehension of a truer nature of beingness. The adept will not simply be tapping into intelligent energy as a means of readiness for harvest, but tapping into both intelligent energy and intelligent infinity for the purpose of transmuting planetary harvestability and consciousness. The technology of which you, as a social complex, are so enamored at this time is but the birthing of the manipulation of the intelligent energy of the sublogos, which, when carried much further, may evolve into technology capable of using the gravitic effects of which we spoke. We note that this term is not accurate, but there is no closer term. We may add that the Atlantean societal complex used intelligent energy as well, manipulating greatly the natural influxes of the indigo or pineal ray from divine or infinite energy. Thus, they were able to create life forms. This they began to do instead of healing and perfecting their own mind-body-spirit complexes, turning their distortions toward what you may call the negative. The end of such energy focusing is to build, not to destroy, and it does become quite useful as, shall we say, an alternative to third density building methods. Contact with indigo ray need not necessarily show itself in any certain gift or guidepost, as you have said. There are some whose indigo energy is that of pure being and never is manifested, yet all are aware of such an entity's progress. Others may teach or share in many ways contact with intelligent energy. Others continue in unmanifested form, seeking intelligent infinity. Thus, the manifestation is a lesser signpost than that which is sensed or intuited about a mind-body-spirit complex. This violet ray beingness is far more indicative of true self, being a channel for intelligent energy. Personal versus divine will. Ra discusses the use of intelligent energy as something which essentially directs itself. That is, the human becomes a vessel for an intelligence greater than the human's own incarnate intelligence. Much like vocal channeling, the self is simply an instrument for a working which is greater and more intelligent than its personal will. Ra says, the precision with which each energy center matches the original thought lies not in the systematic placement of each energy nexus, but rather in the fluid and plastic placement of the balanced blending of these energy centers in such a way that intelligent energy is able to channel itself with minimal distortion. The healer does not heal. The crystallized healer is a channel for intelligent energy, which offers an opportunity to an entity that it might heal itself. In no case is there another description of healing. It is not by example that the healer does the working. The working exists in and of itself. The healer is only the catalyst, much as this instrument has the catalysis necessary to provide the channel for our words, yet by example or exercise of any kind can take no thought for this working. The healing working is congruent in that it is a form of channeling some distortion of the intelligent infinity. Dawn asks, is this desire and will that operates through to the time-space section a function only of the entity who is healed, or is it also the function of the healer, the crystallized healer? Ra responds, may we take this opportunity to say that this is the activity of the Creator. To specifically answer your query, the crystallized healer has no will. It offers an opportunity without attachment to the outcome, for it is aware that all is one and that the Creator is knowing itself. Dawn asks, let me make an analogy that I have just thought of. A 7-stringed musical instrument may be played by deflecting each string a full deflection and releasing it and getting a note. Or, once the strings are capable of being deflected through their full deflection, producing a note, instead of producing the notes this way, taking the individual creative personality and deflecting each the proper amount in proper sequence to produce the music. Is this correct? Ra responds, this is correct. In the balanced individual, the energies lie waiting for the hand of the Creator to pluck harmony. The roads designed by intelligent infinity, the patterns of illusion created by love. Ra gives some indication regarding the way in which the universe and everything in it, including space and time, the densities and their lessons, the law of physics, the evolutionary curriculum, our own chakra system, the archetypal mind, the male-female polarity, etc., is designed, built, and manifested using intelligent energy. Following is a snapshot of some of Ra's references to this vast subject. Ra says, the first distortion, free will, finds focus. This is the second distortion known to you as logos, the creative principle, or love. This intelligent energy thus creates a distortion known as light. From these 3 distortions come many, many hierarchies of distortions, each having its own paradoxes to be synthesized, no one being more important than another. The term love, then, may be seen as the focus, the choice of attack, the type of energy of an extremely, shall we say, high order which causes intelligent energy to be formed from the potential of intelligent infinity in just such and such a way. The nature of the vibratory patterns of your universe is dependent upon the configurations placed upon the original material, or light, by the focus, or love, using its intelligent energy to create a certain pattern of illusions or densities in order to satisfy its own intelligent estimate of a method of knowing itself. Using intelligent infinity, each portion created an universe and, allowing the rhythms of free choice to flow, playing with the infinite spectrum of possibilities, each individualized portion channeled the love light into what you might call intelligent energy, thus creating the so-called natural laws of any particular universe. This logos has complete free will in determining the paths of intelligent energy, which promote the lessons of each of the densities, given the conditions of the planetary spheres and the sun bodies. Each of your planetary entities is on a different cyclical schedule, as you might call it. The timing of these cycles is a measurement equal to a portion of intelligent energy. The intelligent energy offers a type of clock. The cycles move as precisely as a clock strikes your hour. Thus, the gateway from intelligent energy to intelligent infinity opens regardless of circumstance on the striking of the hour. Don asks, until an entity becomes consciously aware of the evolutionary process, the logos or intelligent energy creates the potentials for an entity to gain the experience necessary for polarization. Would Ra comment on that? Ra says, this is so. Thus, the higher self is like the map in which the destination is known. The roads are very well known, these roads being designed by intelligent infinity working through intelligent energy. Intelligent energy in evolution. Any study of evolution, whether of the physical complex alone or of the soul across the densities, is a study of the movement of intelligent energy. In the first of the following two quotes, Ra alludes briefly to intelligent energy shaping our physical characteristics according to our environment. In the second quote, Ra describes how the second density entity awakens or realizes the dormant spirit complex as a result of becoming aware of the indwelling intelligent energy. The second quote also highlights the inevitable upward pull or vector of intelligent energy. Ra says, there was no change except that which according to intelligent energy, or what you may term physical evolution, suited physical complexes to their environment. Don asks, when this transition from second to third density takes place, how does the entity, whether it be animal, tree, or mineral, become inspirited? Ra says, entities do not become inspirited. They become aware of the intelligent energy within each portion, cell, or atom, as you may call it, of its beingness. This awareness is that which is awareness of that already given. From the infinite come all densities. The self-awareness comes from within, given the catalyst of certain experiences, understanding, as we may call this particular energy, the upward spiraling of the cell or atom or consciousness. You may then see that there is an inevitable pull towards the, what you may call, eventual realization of self. The energy is intelligent. Intelligent energy is undoubtedly metaphysical in nature, the driving force behind all manifestation. In the outer planes of third density, our space-time physical world, we are working to utilize, experience physical, measurable quanta of energy, or, for lack of a better term, stepped down vibrational forms or distortions of intelligent energy. This happens via the plants we eat, the coal we burn, the electricity we generate, the energy we harvest from chemical reactions, including within the body, the energy of gravity that binds us to this planet, and so forth. We access finite amounts of energy at this level of manifestation. Conventional science pushed the limitations of the energy that humans had access to when it discovered how to split the atom. Proponents of free energy theory assert that there is even more energy available beyond that which is released when the atom is split. Whatever the quantity, magnitude, or strength of the energy, it is all intelligent energy, or distortions thereof. Ra indicates that it is not infinite energy, as it does have limits, but those limitations stretch dramatically beyond the boundaries of our current energy systems. Working through the gateway, this intelligent energy can be tapped and used directly without needing to eat the food, burn the coal, or ignite the rocket fuel, though the body does, of course, need tended to. With this energy, those events which we would consider miraculous are possible. Ra says, you must picture the activity within all that is created. The energy is, though finite, quite large compared to the understanding distortion of your peoples. This is an obvious point well known to your peoples, but little considered. This energy is intelligent. It is hierarchical, much as your mind-body-spirit complex dwells within an hierarchy of vehicles and retains, therefore, the shell or shape or field and the intelligence of each ascendingly intelligent or balanced body. So does each atom of such a material as rock. When one can speak to that intelligence, the finite energy of the physical or chemical rock body is put into contact, rock/body is put into contact with that infinite power which is resident in the more well-tuned bodies, be they human or rock. Authors note abundance and intelligence of energy. The first two sentences of the above quote speak to the intelligent energy being finite but significantly larger than our present understanding. There's a lot that is left unsaid here. Does Ra speak to our understanding of the total energy of the universe, or the total energy available within a thing, process, or system? But more perplexing is the question of the finite limitations of the energy. When Ra points to the activity within all that is created, do they indicate that there is a set amount of total available intelligent energy within our octave? This would seem to correspond with my completely elementary understanding of the first law of thermodynamics, which states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed, only changed or transferred from one form to another. But what about reaching outside the illusion, as it were, and contacting intelligent infinity, the source of intelligent energy? Does the self not tap intelligent infinity to yield intelligent energy for use within the illusion? Does not this create or contribute more intelligent energy into the octave system? Diana writes, I'd guess yes, but the personal energy field of any differentiated entity, including rock, is finite, while the source of this energy is infinite. Instead of using finite, try mentally substituting discrete and see how that feels. When Ra says finite, I interpret that to mean that each individuated aspect of the illusion has edges, or a beginning and an end to its discrete energy body. In this way, in order for a thing to seem to exist, it must be finite, a product of the illusion of finity/multiplicity. Regarding the intelligence of this energy, it is described as such to distinguish it from our science's mechanistic view of the universe. Regarding the intelligence of this energy, is it described as such to distinguish it from our science's mechanistic view of the universe? Is it intelligent because it understands, holds, and manifests the Logos's plan? Because it learns or adapts or creates or destroys or supports and gives existence to? Because it is holographic, fractal, perfect, inviolable, responsive to, and synonymous with the Creator's thoughts? Questions for minds greater than my own. All right, and that concludes this episode. Thanks so much for listening. If you'd like me to do a whole episode on intelligent infinity, leave a comment below and let me know that you'd like an episode on that. Learning the Law of One cosmology and the primal distortions of the Law of One, free will, love, and light, get easier and easier the more you study them and meditate and contemplate on them. It really is so much different than any other topic I've learned about. Going deep into the underpinnings of intelligent energy and intelligent infinity and free will, love, light, logos, distortions, energy centers, and much more. It's just, you can spend an entire lifetime studying this stuff and still have more and more to learn. Very fascinating in that regard. And with that being said, thank you so much for listening. As always, take good care of yourself, and I'll see you on the next episode.